Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TV 35. My name is Kyle Anderson, and I am joined with Stefan Lally, and we are here at the GMC semifinal game at Spotswood High School, and this matchup will be between the 14 seed Blue Jays of Middlesex and I believe the 3 seed or 2 seed, the 2 seed Colonia Patriots. Hey, Stefan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Nobody I'd rather spend my Valentine's Day with than you.
Hey, well, you know what? It seems like only yesterday that we were together doing the Colonia boys and the Woodbridge boys quarterfinal game. Yeah, Valentine's Day, man. I'm sure you have a special someone that you're going to be sending some love taps. Speaking of the tap, there we go. Colonia wins. Ball goes over to Haley. And the shot, three-pointer just like that. And Taylor Durkat goes over 600 points for the season.
She wasted no time there getting on the scoreboard.
She's the leading scorer on the team. And the player that we're going to be watching out for Middlesex is number 2, Jessica Devine, over there with the pink sneakers. Jessica Devine is a junior, 5'7", and she has 606 points on the year.
Wow.
One thing that stands out right away, and you just noticed that Colonia seems a lot bigger than Middlesex. Middlesex looks a little smaller, but they're very quick. It's a deep three, doesn't go.
I think Derek Hacks has taken advantage of that size advantage, making her presence felt on both ends of the court.
Yes, yes. And we see the ball gets into Jessica Devine's hands. Swings it over to number 23, DeShields, and that shot doesn't fall. So this is what we're going to see a little bit of right now. Taylor Durkat, who's probably about 5'11", I'd say. She looks like about 5'10", 5'11".
I'd say that.
Yeah, and so she's at the line.
And I saw her earlier this season. She's an excellent free throw shooter.
Yeah, they're a basketball family. Durkat, father Gene, 1,000-point scorer. Brother Jordan, who is starring at Merrimack University, and other brother Aiden is on his way to 1,000 points after his sophomore year. I think he's pushing 800 points right now.
Another terrific player who we saw earlier this weekend.
Yeah, and she's 1 out of 2 on those free throws. So Colonia is holding on to an early lead of 4-0 with 6 minutes to go. Devine gets the ball down into the corner, and there it goes. It gets kicked over to Devine. Shot doesn't go. Durkat with the rebound.
Travel on the play.
We have 3 referees out on the court here. Long pass.
Makes it over.
So that was a bit of an unnecessary foul there. That's the first foul for number 4 from Middlesex, Lexi Demeter.
Middlesex is trying hard to get the ball in Devine's hand. She got a good look 2 possessions ago. But Colonia's, I think the size is definitely in play on defense.
Haley Conklin with the ball. She is only a freshman. So this is a great year of experience for her to be playing with a scorer like Durkat and some of these other seniors. Durkat gets her own rebound.
And fouled. Trying to kick the ball back out to her teammate.
Looks like fans are starting to roll in. Many of them are probably in transit from work, and Route 18's never that kind at this time of day.
No, not a kind highway at all. Oh. The rim just didn't agree with that layup. A good look.
Okay.
Middlesex fights for the rebound and trying to push the ball back up the court.
Devine with the ball. There's a long shot. Doesn't go. Rebound to Conklin.
Falls into the hands of Durkax.
And a nice little floater there for Durkac. That's 6-0. Timeout for Middlesex. So early on, you know, you've asked me before, what do you think that the coaches are telling their team right now? If you're the Middlesex coach, what is it that you have to say to these young ladies?
Well, you'd probably just be saying the obvious. You'd be letting them know that Durkax, everything flows through her on offense and defense. Try to get in the way of the passing lanes, make her work for it. And on offense, it's just finding the groove. They're doing a good job moving the ball around. They've been taking good looks from three. Let's try driving on the inside. Let's let Taylor defend and pick up some fouls and get her out the game. That's what I'm trying to do.
I agree. They also have to protect the ball a little bit. A couple of sloppy passes, but you're right. They're getting some long looks. There's a sloppy pass. You're not going to get a cross-court pass with a long player like Durkac there. Okay.
Durkac's good at picking those balls off. It would be great if she was on the 49ers defense the other night in the flat when Miko Hardman was catching that game-winning touchdown.
Great Super Bowl. Not so good for the Jets. You know, that was a player that they had earlier in the year, right?
Yeah. That's a trivia question. Who left the Jets and won the Super Bowl later in the year?
There we go. You know that Mayor McCormick loves his trivia, right?
Yeah, that could be the question this year in curtains. Another Middlesex turnover.
Yeah, a block shot there by Durkac. You know, getting your shot off is key when you're playing a team like this. And this is where some of these young ladies from Middlesex need to learn how to pump fake. Well, they know how to pump fake, but to use it, to execute it against Colonia, get a player like Durkac up in the air. A lot of movement without the ball, which is what you like to see. But good defense by Middlesex right now. Shot from the top of the key, doesn't go. But Durkac grabs the rebound and goes underneath for the reverse layup.
As a coach, you can't even be mad at that shot. It just turned into a long pass.
It really does. It's an assist in the book, right?
Yeah.
You know? Here we go again. Nice look over there. Players they're recognizing now that there's a height disadvantage because they're getting the ball underneath and kicking it back out to the three-point line.
Right. Another shot.
And that goes. That's the first basket for Jacqueline DeShields. She's a senior guard. That's a three-pointer for her.
Colonia looks to respond, and it goes in.
And that's Haley Conklin for three, the freshman. Oh, that was a two. Okay. They only gave her two for that one. All right.
With three refs on the court, you'd hope they got it right. Oh.
Called the travel. There's 3 minutes and 1 second left in the first period, and Colonia's holding a 7-point lead, 10-3.
Middlesex trying to slow it down to set up some play.
Nice pass underneath to Young, and Young is fouled. That is number 2, Alyssa Young. She'll go to the line. She's a sophomore guard. And she's been open under there, but as soon as they get the ball to her, She realizes she's got a height disadvantage. She gets rid of it pretty quickly.
Misses her first.
But she's got to make them. She got to make a couple of shots because then it'll make Colonia's defense drop back a little bit.
Absolutely.
And she hits the second. It's 1 point for her. 10-4. 2 minutes 35 seconds. Deep three, and it goes.
Durkak saying, "I'll take whatever I can get."
We'll take a look at the end of the quarter. We'll see what her point total is. There's a nice shot. Good looking pass and shot. And that is number 20.
Sarah Naza. And both teams are starting to heat up. Oh,
and
wow.
There's a nice shot by number 23 or 22, Isabel Gidato. Is that number 22 or 23?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 22.
And I think we just entered the GMC three-point contest.
Okay.
As all these long shots are falling.
Was that Sarah Naza again?
I had it for DeShields.
DeShields, okay.
Durkak's under the rim, fouled. Back at the line, she'll go.
So we mentioned that Middlesex is a 14 seed, and they're a much smaller school, Group 2, Group 1 size school, blue division, and we talk about the differences between the division. But right now, Middlesex has proven that they belong here.
Yes, they're holding their own, and as we've seen in some of the earlier matchups in both tournaments, in the boys and the girls, the division difference seems to be in the second half when the teams pull away.
You're absolutely
you see
right.
The higher division teams pull away in the second half.
Okay.
And we'll see if that holds true here today. Durkak nails her free throw.
There we go. 16-9. And so far we haven't seen Jessica Devine light up with her scoring yet. I'm sure Colonia is mindful of the fact that she's got over 600 points. But we have to be mindful that she can heat up at any moment.
Any moment. As we said earlier, a shooter's got to shoot, right? Yeah.
Shoot, and you didn't score 600 points and not know how to get the ball in the hole. I think that, right now she's letting the game come to her.
Right.
We've seen this where sometimes you get some players that feel the need to take over, and what happens is they start forcing shots. Okay, there's Devine.
Nice sidestep and
doesn't go, but it was good. She got that shot off.
Yeah. Quick release.
Yeah, because she had two defenders right there. Here it goes, and that's what you like to see. The catch and shoot right there. This is University of Massachusetts is getting a good one in
absolutely.
Durkak. That's her third three of the day.
I think she's found the home at the top of the key.
So they're getting a hand on the ball whenever DeShields tries to, Devine drives in. There's another one from Maya Patina, takes a shot, doesn't go.
10 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, and that's what Durkak, that's the difference. They're a very long team. Some of the shorter players on Colonia measure up with the players from Middlesex.
This will be for the last shot, and it looks like a backcourt. She stepped on the line when she received the pass. 1.6 seconds left in the quarter. So whoever receives the ball for Colonia will just be chucking it up in the air with 1.6 seconds left. I'll bet you $5 Durkak takes the shot.
I would. I'd get the ball over to her, but it's up. Shot should not go. All right, so I have Durkak with 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, 15 points. 15 of the 19. Haley Conklin with 2, and then Isabel Jadado with 2.
We did our math correctly. Both our answers are the same.
Yes, they are. We look good.
There we go.
I think you were looking over my shoulder for a couple, but I'm
Listen.
not going to tell the teacher. So now, Middlesex right now, they've got to figure out a way because here it is, a 10-point game. We were talking about they've got the shooters. It's just a matter of can they get a good look? Can they get the shot off?
Right.
And we just saw the second block of the day for Taylor Durkak.
I think when Middlesex comes out for the second quarter, you'll see probably they'll be running for their lives on offense just to get open looks. I think the size disadvantage is troubling. No easy passes, no easy shots, and they got to get the balls in the hands of their shooter, Divine.
Yeah. So they seem to be coming out and meeting Divine right at the three-point line, getting a hand in her face. She seems to be good at getting her shot off. She just hasn't been able to knock it down yet. I think it'll be a matter of time for us to see some scoring out of her, but it's going to be whether or not she can get the other players involved in the scoring.
Right. And, Coach, how do you stop Durkax?
I don't think you stop her. I think maybe you slow her down. Maybe you try to have somebody face her. Right now they have Divine on her. There's a significant size disadvantage that she has in guarding her right now. So here it is. You got a big size advantage, and she gets it, makes a nice play. But then guess what? It opens it up for others. If you start paying attention too much to Durkak, it's going to open it up for a player like Conklin to get a good look at a basket.
Conklin going to the line for the first time to kick off scoring in the second quarter.
Haley's a two-sport athlete. She's softball and basketball. All right, we've got to give a shout out to the superintendent here, Graham Peabody. Is a good friend of mine, and he's also a former athletic director. And he's been superintendent in this district for quite a while. Great job. I was able to see him when I first came through.
Shout out to our educators. And Conklin sadly misses her first.
No last name like Peabody to be an educator. That's totally a teacher's name, right?
It's destiny.
Yeah. All right. Haley Conklin hits the second. 3 points for her. And Haley Conklin with the steal, she gets the ball over to Maya Patino, and Maya Patino
hits her first
one. Maya's a very quick guard for Colonia. She can cause havoc for the other team's guards.
And good handle. She was battling two defenders to get possession and go to the basket. Able to manage.
Rebound to number 24, Taylor Lawrence. Okay, Jessica Devine gets the ball over to Young.
In their sets in this quarter, you see a lot more picks by Middlesex, but not the rolls. It doesn't look like they want to get down into the paint. It's a pick and run back over to the three-point line.
Yeah, I think they realize that they're gonna have to try to win this game on some perimeter shooting. That they just really are undersized to go underneath. But here's one now. Nice move, but another block. And that was, what is that, a travel?
Looks like
travel call, right? And on the boys' side, we have Colonia facing South Plainfield tonight over at Monroe's gym. The snow impacted the girls' game yesterday.
Right.
You and I were supposed to be here yesterday, and it was a nice drive by Taylor Durkak. Another two.
We were. But, for some reason we were supposed to be Valentine's Day partners today.
Absolutely. When waiting for that box of chocolates, I'm sure you got it in the car.
Believe it or not, it melted in the sun. Who would have thought in the winter?
All right, that pass to Young was a little long, and here, this is where the Colonia defense, they're stepping it up right now because if, coaches want to open up that lead, they want to take away any confidence from the other team, and this is where it'll happen right before halftime. Put a little pressure on them, see how they respond, and blow the lead open.
Right.
And right now, Colonia's got a 24-9 lead. It's not out of the question for Middlesex, but they've got to figure something out offensively.
Right. If you're the Colonia coach, what are you saying? You're saying obviously don't take your foot off the gas.
That's right. Yeah, keep the tempo up, cause havoc on defense, and then it'll be a transitional game for them because they seem effective when they're running the fast break or when they get a turnover. They're pretty effective. So I really would be saying that to them. Keep the pressure on, hands up on everything. We want, use our height advantage. Don't, if you let your hands hang down by your side, you're basically helping out Middlesex. You're helping them find a passing lane. Don't let them see any passing lanes. You have a taller player in there for Middlesex, number 24, Taylor Lawrence. She's a little taller. They got her on Taylor Durkak. Let's see how effective that is. Maya Patino with the ball against the sophomore, Young. With the ball over to Conklin in the corner.
Good drive in and just rims out.
All right. Rebound Divine. Okay.
Durkak disrupting the play yet again.
Yeah. She got tied up down there at the other end and comes back and makes a play. It's a heads-up play. Back to Divine. Nice look underneath. And another clean block there by Durkak. She's challenging everything. And the key is these players have to get their shot off much faster. There's Maya Patino for three. It doesn't go. And jump ball.
Possession arrow looks
Colonia.
like it's going to Colonia.
Oh, well, I guess they changed that call there. Usually it's a set of keys in the referee's pockets and they switch them on. That's how the referees keep track of it.
Yeah, the bonus, the possession light was telling us a different direction.
And there was a two-pointer. That was a three-pointer there by Jessica Divine.
Much needed bucket.
Yeah. It was a hard pick set on Maya Patino, but as a player, you got to get that hand out there so you can feel that and you don't take a hard pick.
And those are the plays that matter. The plays in basketball that don't show up in the stat books make the biggest difference.
Set a screen. Yeah, set a screen. Here we go. There's another one. They get the ball over to Divine.
Nice little handoff.
Yeah, the cross-court pass is what she's got to stop. She's had 2 or 3 turnovers with the cross-court pass. All right, and that is number 14, Nashayla Hooker. She knocks that down. And there goes Nashayla again.
With the steal?
Yeah, and the Colonia blue hair too, I love that. Oh. And there's the reverse layup.
And Durkax will go to the basket to complete the and one play.
It's hard to pick up some of these numbers because these ponytails go down over the numbers.
Before I lost my hair, you should have seen what I had.
Yeah, I bet. You and me both.
But for a coach, it must be incredible to have a player like Durkax on your team. Whatever Durkax wants to do on the court, she can do. She wants to shoot a three, she shoots a three. She wants to drive in the paint, she drives in the paint.
Sure.
She wants to get 10 rebounds, she gets 10 rebounds. It's incredible to watch.
Players like this, she's going to be the first player in Woodbridge Township to ever score 2,000 points.
Wow.
And that doesn't happen by accident. It's a lot of basketball over the years. But, you know, you mentioned that she can do a lot of different things. The one thing that she does do is she gets all of her teammates involved. Look at her over there, high-fiving her teammates. She's encouraging them. And what they do is they make everybody around them better.
Right.
And there's a nice give back, and there's a quick pull up, doesn't go. But look at that. She hits the ball off of the player. It looked like the referee had to change her call. It looked like she hit the ball off of the Middlesex player, but she must have touched it before it went out. The referee was closer, so I'll defer to her.
Oh.
And look at that. All right. She could have played free safety in football if she wanted to. You know? She's picking off passes left and right.
If I was keeping track of her other stats, I'd say she's on her way to a quadruple double.
Absolutely. You know, I mentioned football. You know, her brother played a little bit of football for 1 year, but I'm sure Coach Rorty would have really thought about suiting her up if she said she'd come out and play.
Absolutely.
You know?
Talent is talent.
Talent is talent. And she uses every bit of her height and her length. She's reached up, grabbed a lot of passes, deflected a lot of passes, and altered a lot of shots today. Here we go. Got a player recognizing that Taylor's down there and dribbles all the way out. There goes Divine. Nice dribbling, but they're putting two people on her. They're not letting Divine get her game off. There's a nice pass, though. Good ball fake and move. But again, another block shot.
A travel.
All right. And a lot of these, you know, you would think like every other block shot would be a foul, but she's not leaving her feet.
No.
You know, she's just going up and she's just timing it perfectly. Nice drive by Haley Conklin. Doesn't go. And a travel. Okay. So it's 29-12, 2:58 left.
Another long pass.
Yep, another player
intercepted by
in.
Colonia.
That was Brianna Vargo on that steal. Middlesex has to have at least about 6 turnovers on those types of passes. Maya Patino doesn't go. Rebound to Lexi Demeter. And there's a travel. And that's what happens. You challenge every dribble. When you get up to this level, you're going to challenge the guards. You know, a team like Colonia, they're going to check your dribble to make sure you have one.
Right.
And they're going to, you know, they're facing some of the top teams around. Middlesex may not have seen the type of competition that Colonia has, and they're going to challenge the guards dribble every single time. Good ball movement over there. Nice pass to Haley Conklin. That's her 5th pointer of the day. Here we go. And so she's dribbling. What Haley's got to do on that one, she's got to plant her foot on that sideline and use the sideline as another defender.
Right.
She should not, you know, Divine should have to run through her and get a charge call on that one. But good defense, and Divine really shouldn't be dribbling down the sideline on that one. That's a press designed to trap you if you do that. Okay.
And Divine trying her hardest just to make something happen on the offense. Good look.
And she's
Never
finding
falls.
a shooter. And I tell you what, you know, Jacqueline DeShields, that is her 3rd 3 of the day. She is she's setting up and she's getting that shot off and she's dropping it. She's 3 of 3 there.
And those threes definitely have kept Middlesex relevant in the ball game.
Smaller team, they've got to shoot from the perimeter today. And they've got to be transitional as well. There's Haley Conklin. Shot doesn't fall. See if Middlesex gets the rebound. Okay, it gave that to Colonia. When you're a smaller team, you got to be scrappy, gritty. You got to get down there. You got to smack a lot of those balls out of their hand, and you got to try to become a fast break team too. Colonia, to their credit, gets back on defense. Maya Patino
Fighting
up
her
and
way.
under. Yep. And shot doesn't fall. Divine is getting defended very closely by Patino, and she steals the ball. She kicks it over to, that is Nashayla.
She collects her own rebound.
And Nashayla Hooker for two.
Her second basket of the evening.
Way to use the glass on that one, Nashayla. All right, here's.
Thought Devine was going to take that shot.
Thought about it, you know. Shot doesn't go. Ball over to
Patino.
The ball goes out of bounds. No foul called.
They're calling it Colonia ball.
Yeah, she threw it out of bounds. I didn't see a deflection, but
there's three refs out there, so who are we to backseat Monday morning quarterback the call?
Not that I haven't done it before, but you know. Okay. And there's Haley Conklin with three. And that was created because Taylor's drawing two defenders on that play. She made a curl, and the two players were with her. She kicks it out to the freshman. Freshman knocks it down for three. Scores 36-15, 8 seconds left. And in comes Young, comes in. Eight seconds. Got to get the ball over.
See if Devine can get a good look, and she does, and it doesn't go.
They've had a hand in her face the whole half. She hasn't really been able to get a good look. It's got to be frustrating for a player like her. She's got 1-3 on the day. 36-15, end of the half. Stefan, any thoughts?
It is a Taylor Durkheim's ball game. That's all I can think of right now. If Colonia will win because of her, and Middlesex will lose because of her. It just falls down to that. The offense is flowing through her. She's getting the blocks. She's getting the steals. She's getting the rebound. She's facilitating. And like you said, she makes the teammates around her better, and they're hitting shots.
There it is. There it is. All right, folks. We are going to take a break here at halftime, 36-15 in favor of Colonia Patriots. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Spotswood High School for the second half of the semifinal game between Colonia Patriots and Middlesex Blue Jays. It is 36-15. I'm joined here by my partner, Stefan Lally. Stefan, tell me about your thoughts about this first half.
I thought it was an entertaining first half. I think the shooting has made a difference on both sides. It's kept the Blue Jays in the game thus far.
Yep.
And I guess the obvious key is just slowing down third cacks.
Yeah, there's a shot by Maya Patino. Doesn't go. Devine gets the ball up on a fast break, and no foul called, and shot was blocked or altered.
That's probably the best look the Blue Jays have gotten all game.
Durkak goes to the line, and she steps out of bounds. She's on the baseline. You know, you and I talked about it at halftime about what has been the difference maker, and it's really just the basketball IQ and
Right.
the hustle and everything that comes from Durkak and how she gets all of her other teammates involved. Colonia comes out again with some pressure. There's Maya Patino, blocks Divine's shot, and they're really frustrating Divine. She's gotten 3 points,
Right.
but she scored 600 on the year.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that this is a little bit of a shock to the offense of Middlesex Blue Jays.
Yeah, and if I was the Middlesex coach, never to, just an opinion, never to criticize a coach.
Yeah.
But I would take the ball out of Divine's hand. She's your best scorer. She's doing the Lord's work and bringing the ball up to the basket every time.
Nice shot there, and that is by Jacqueline DeShields. That's a 2.
Right.
Okay, she's leading the way with 11 points.
Divine's floater doesn't
Oh,
go.
I'm sorry. That wrong player. I gave it to the wrong side. There's Maya Patino. I was looking at the wrong team there.
Jump ball. Middlesex ball.
Now they're picking her up as soon as she gets that ball, and Middlesex, I was just about to say, did a good job of getting the ball across, but they didn't complete the task.
Well, I mean, they got it across.
Technically.
Technically.
Here goes Divine. We've heard about
Tough
her
foul.
quickness. She does get fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, that word technically has gotten me in trouble a lot in my life.
Shooting 2 for the Blue Jays, Jessica Divine.
Okay, Jessica Divine knocks down the first.
Colonia substitution number 23, Amelia Carrion.
Okay. 23, Amelia Carrion enters for Colonia, and Divine will take her second shot. And that goes.
Way to maximize her time at the line.
There's a full court press. I don't know about that one. I didn't see the foul there, but you have the smallest player on the field, on the court, defending Durkak right now. There's Haley Conklin with the ball, looking for somebody to get it to. She gets it over to Patino. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, and the possession will stay to Colonia.
Jump ball.
Okay.
Should
Jump ball possession to
Colonia.
Colonia. Some of the players from Monroe Falcons who are playing the second half of this semifinal against St. Thomas. They're filing in. Patino's shot doesn't go. Foul underneath.
She'll take 2 at the line.
Foul was on number 4.
That's her first team second.
I think they called it on the wrong person.
That was on Middlesex number 4, Lexi Denver. That's her third team second.
And
Okay.
correction, not a shooting foul. Looks like they'll inbound it. Durkak's fighting her way through. Offensive rebound.
Ball is out on Colonia. Divine taking that sideline again. She's got to get that ball into the middle. She wants to get that across court. Patino is just suffocating her with defense right now.
Absolutely. And as I was saying earlier, yeah, just take Divine off the ball.
Yeah.
Let her receive off a screen or something. That's your best score. I mean, it's just, again, she's doing so much just to get the ball up the court.
Nice bounce pass by Conklin to Patino. And Patino, way to use that glass on that one. There you go. Good pass, but you're not going to get that ball over Durkak on that one.
And all Alyssa Young can do is just laugh that one off and say, I tried.
Yeah, and same thing for Durkak. I think it's becoming entertaining for her to block all of these shots. Loose ball. There's a foul there. See who she's calling that on.
20.
It's underneath. It's a non-shooting foul. All right.
Long inbound pass. And Patino's there to rise to the occasion on defense. Looks like another jump ball. And a Cologne Middlesex possession this time.
Middlesex possession. And, you know, what it is for Middlesex, they're just having trouble getting space. And Colonia's just grabbing every ball. Devine drawing the defense to her and looking for somebody. She cuts in. She does draw a foul on this one, and she'll go to the line for two.
That's her first. Shooting 2 for the Blue Jays, Jessica Devine.
Coach Chiara giving some advice, telling her keep her feet planted. And she's Devine seems to be a Devine foul shooter as well, right? Yeah.
That might have been your first dad joke of the day. It took you a while to get that one out, Kyle.
I'm here all night, man.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Why stop now, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
And that was the first souvenir of the game. Apparently they had to give the ball back.
I had to remind you that I am Derek and Brian's dad. You know, you told me at the last game, you know, wherever their dad is, you know. So I got to tell my dad jokes just to prove my
Your dad's
DNA.
status?
Yeah, absolutely. You know?
I thought they give you a card on the, at the hospital, official dad.
Yeah, they do. His old joke,
Joke
you know.
sold separately.
when the guy says to the judge, this kid doesn't even look like me. And the judge says, hey, you know what? Just keep paying. He'll start to look like me eventually.
Well, this might be the last time we're on Woodbridge TV, ladies and gentlemen. Might as well make it good.
Yeah, that's it. I'll be looking for a job, you know. It's all right. All right, coming out of that timeout, it's 40-19. 4:41 left in the third. So it's a 21-point game. And Middlesex really just has to, you know, stay positive and try to create a few stops on defense. And they've just got to convert. They've got to be able to get the ball across. But Maya Patino with that defense, she is not letting them set up their offense.
Not at all. When Devine goes to sleep tonight, Maya Patino will be in her dreams.
Yes, she will.
There she is getting the steal. And sometimes not being tall gives certain players an advantage, and you see that with Patino. It gives her a leverage when defending.
What a nice pass, though. She didn't get it off because they called the foul up top. But Devine drove in, threw a defender, and fired a pass underneath to Young. But I don't know if Young would have been able to get it off because she's a smaller player down there. But that just shows you the vision that a player like Devine has there. Long three-pointer, doesn't go. And she gets a loose ball. And that's what you see with the scorer like that, somebody who goes to the basket, goes to the ball, and goes to the basket with it.
That basket cuts down the lead to 19. Good defensive possession by Middlesex. Ready and willing to take that charge.
And there
the
she
basket
goes.
falls.
So we got a couple of stops there from Middlesex and a couple of baskets that they converted on. But what a nice, oh.
There we go.
And that is Nashayla Hooker for 2.
Always make the extra pass. Devine throws it up, and it's good.
And that was a 3-pointer. So Jessica Devine is starting to warm up a little bit here. Hooker's pass does not, basket does not fall. She's the recipient of a lot of passes under there, and all she's got to do is just be patient and get that ball high off of the glass. All right. Makes the basket in spite of the crowd.
Let's see after this basket if Devine continues her hot streak on offense.
Middlesex player steps out of bounds. Ball will go to Colonia.
Those plays are killer when you're trying to crawl back from such a big deficit.
Yeah. Every possession counts right now. 17-point game, 2:54 left in the third. A long 3. Nice rebound there.
Jump
It's
ball.
a jump ball. Credit to the Middlesex player for not letting go of that one.
Be Colonia possession again.
Shot doesn't fall.
Out on Colonia, Middlesex ball.
Okay. Middlesex has an opportunity to make this a 15-point game, which it hasn't been in a while. And Colonia is still set up for the pressure on that ball with Patino. Gets the ball over to Young.
And the shot was tipped. Rebound falls into the hands of Durkax.
And so this is what you don't see in the difference between the divisions. You don't see a player just turn around and be able to get their shot off. They have to dribble, they have to ball fake, they have to pump fake. When you're in the upper divisions, every basket's going to be contested. So the players on Middlesex need to realize they've got to do the extra. There's a nice block and
one by Devine.
Jessica Devine goes in for 2. She will have an opportunity to make it a 3-point play.
And as you can hear in the background, Devine is a fan favorite.
Oh, yeah. She's collected the points in this half, which, the first half they kind of kept her quiet, kept the ball hand in her face. Gotta get a little Robitussin on that, man.
Need a little honey.
A little honey. All right. So, tell me, Valentine's Day. Oh, any great memories from Valentine's Day?
Oh, I think I'm going to ask for my playlist. I was going to say Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross,
there we
Barry
go.
White.
Absolutely. that was actually a song on the Instagram page for Colonia. They were asking them all of their favorite songs.
Oh, I don't think you can go wrong with Barry White.
No, never.
For those who don't know the great Barry White, use the Google.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah, this will be the last time we're on the air.
There's always little Luther Vandross or
A little Anita.
Anita Baker. Robin Thicke is also,
Yes,
he's got
yes.
some good songs
He
out
has a little
there.
soul in them.
George Michael.
Okay, okay.
That basket is good by Devine.
For going down that route, we might as well throw in Tom Jones.
Yes, absolutely. Nice little Euro step. Basket doesn't go. The putback doesn't
Just
go.
rims out.
And there's a foul underneath. So this is a 14-point game, so credit to Middlesex for battling back into it.
Middlesex is one foul away from putting Colonia in the bonus.
Haley Conklin for three.
Pushes a 14-point game to a 17-point game.
And when you have a freshman
16.
in a semifinal county game firing up a three like that, you got to say the future is bright for Colonia
Absolutely.
basketball. I see another freshman on the roster here, Layla Stanford. So, if she's on the varsity as well, you got to think that she's got some talent and that the two of them together will be leading the way for the Patriots in the future.
The future is bright, as they say.
There you go. Nice ball movement. She gets the put back. Doesn't go, but she gets fouled. Taylor Durkak will go to the line.
Fouls on Middlesex, number 23, Jacqueline Castillo. That's her fourth. Shooting 2, Taylor Durkak.
What Thanksgiving dinner must be like in the Durkak's house, right?
Yeah.
You got three shooters. Nobody's passing the potatoes, right?
No.
There's no passing going on.
No.
Right? There you go. She doesn't make that one. But, to talk about knowing Dad Gene's Hall of Famer in Woodbridge Township Hall of Fame, played D1 basketball, it's, got to be a lot of fun to really talk about, like, their memories in basketball growing up and really because Jordan was a little bit of a late bloomer, right? Physically, he developed when he was in college. He had a gap year and he played ball at another school before he went to Merrimack. But now he's averaging like 18 points a game for Merrimack.
Wow. See, that's good when your family pickup games can be a paid event.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I believe, and I don't want to get them into any tax trouble or anything, but I believe one of the kids had his own little camp in the backyard.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, I think the IRS looks kindly on small business.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's on his own property.
Right, right.
But this was a tough one for the Durkak family. So you have your brother over playing, and we understand that Colonia was winning 27-21 over South Plainfield at the half. But parent-wise, to choose a game to go to because you have two kids playing the exact same time. So from what I understand, Dad was on a business trip out west, and mom is here watching her daughter, and grandparents are split. So one group of grandparents went to see Aiden, and the other group of grandparents are here today.
Talk about cover two.
Yeah. Okay, and update for the score, Colonia is up 51-32 at the end of the third in the boys over South Plainfield. And that's a nice shot there by Jessica Devine to end the third quarter and bring the game within 17 points again. But yes, so right now it looks like both Colonia boys are headed to the finals, as are the Colonia girls. So we'll have an all Colonia basketball final for.
As a Woodbridge alum, I will give Colonia their respect in this moment.
Listen, basketball-wise, you can't. I think you can't have anything but success when you have the last two principals who are also former head basketball coaches, right? So there's a nice little path there. If I want to be the principal one day, my goal at Colonia High School is to be the head basketball coach, all right? Because they, what game day must be like when they see each other in the hall, the principal, it must be, hey, how are these kids in fourth period? It's what's your game plan for tonight? What are
Right.
you doing? And but that's a great thing. It's
Yeah.
it's a great thing. It makes for when you have a school that has been so dominant in basketball, in the sport of basketball for as long as they have, and this is going back to before I was in high school, when Coach Bob Tisdale was there. Coach Bob Tisdale was a great coach, and you have Coach Ken Pace and Chris Chiera, and now you have Jose Rodriguez, and same on the girls' side with Sandy Chiera here. They all drink the Kool-Aid when it comes to basketball.
Right. About a year or two away from being a Woodbridge sports historian.
Hey, I'm not going to take anything away from Dr. Nick Sardone, who was he is the authority on Woodbridge sports and Woodbridge Township sports. So I always like to sit around with him and talk to him. But yeah, Colonia has done very, very well with girls basketball. Nice Euro step there. Player tried to take a charge, but the referee didn't give it to her.
No call either way, offensive or defensive foul. Stretches the lead out to 19 points for Colonia.
And Colonia's backed off a little bit on defense, but they're still playing that defense. Nice bank shot there for number 10. That is Armani Nugustup. And Colonia is going to work for their baskets, taking some time off the clock. There's no reason for them to rush right now.
Not at all. Even though Middlesex is scoring some baskets, it's still Colonia's game to lose.
Jump ball will go to
Middlesex.
Middlesex. Devine gets that ball around the perimeter. She's trying to get open. Little hesitation there. And shot doesn't fall. Rebound to Durkak. It's nice to see one of the taller players being able to dribble the ball up the court.
Right.
Years ago, if you had a little height, coaches would stick you down in the paint, never let you touch the ball until it was time to get a rebound
Or post up.
Or post up. But nowadays, these kids are playing basketball and they're developing all the different tools that you need to have.
Speaking
to
of
play
the
at a
post
high
up.
level. And there she goes. Nice shot there. Just to be able to be successful in all facets of the game. And Colonia is still stuck in that zone. And Young goes up for a shot. I don't know if it's a three, but she will go to the line. She was fouled on that one.
And the shooter does have a right when they go up. They have a right to come down, and her right was interrupted. That's why she's at the line.
There we go. She was 1 for 2 for her free throws early in the first half.
She makes
this
her
one.
first. 2 more to go. Makes her second.
And hits all three. Wow. Sophomore guard knocks down three free throw shots. I will say this about the about Middlesex Blue Jays. They're pretty good from the free throw line.
Yes. Very good shooting team overall when they do get that clean look.
Okay, and Durkak is really not rushing anything. He's trying to take some time off the clock. No reason to get into a back and forth game with Middlesex right now. And it's really Middlesex's job to come up and put some defense, and they've got to create some turnovers.
Dirk Hacks with another Euro step.
When you come and put pressure, that's what's going to happen.
Timeout called by Colonia. That's their second.
Middlesex taking the timeout to talk some things over.
Right now, I have Taylor Durkak as having 27 points.
You know, I'm not going to doubt that because I kept track of the score, but I'm not going to count it up.
Well, it's really your math, really, is what you're a little shy about.
A
Huh?
little hazy, yeah. I mean, that's why I work for the government, right?
This is really our last job. All right. Now I'm going to check and see with Colonia the stats. I want to see how close Durkak
Is to
is
2,000?
2,000. She was approaching it.
Now, if she hits 2,000, I'm not putting anything on the school district. They got to get her own banner. She doesn't belong on that 1,000-point banner.
Yeah,
She needs
yeah. You got
a
to.
special 2,000-point
I
banner.
like the way Colonia does it. They put they put your jersey up there. So yeah, she'll get her jersey up. Oh wow! So she has coming into today's game. She had 1,934 points. So after this game, she should be up there around 1960.
And if she doesn't hit that towards the end of the GMC tournament, she'll definitely hit that
In the States.
in the state tournament and the state playoffs, excuse me.
There's a good look. That was for Sarah Naza. That was a good look there, but just caught the front end of that one.
Lexi Demeter.
Okay, Lexi Demers coming into the game, and 4 minutes, 9 seconds, 54-36, 18-point game.
Divine with the steal.
Fine. She goes in with the scoop. She's having a good game. She's approaching 20 points herself.
Most of those points only coming in the second half.
There's Maya Patino, and ball back to Jessica Devine. Long pass.
Doesn't go, but what good vision, as you had pointed out earlier, by Divine to see her team all there alone in the corner.
Yeah, you know, it just gets to that point where, you know, a smaller team, you've got to hit those perimeter shots. And, you know, if you're shooting 50% from three-point land, you're headed to the Hall of Fame, really. Look at that, Maya Patino underneath, got another nice block in the game, but this time it came from Jessica Devine.
She must have overheard us on the broadcast talking about how many Durkak's blocks, and she said, watch this.
Got to catch
I
up.
could do that too.
And, you know, I'm sure she's probably wanted to give back a little bit of that defense to Maya Patino.
Oh, absolutely.
Maya Patino's been giving her the business on defense. And there's a shot by Haley Conklin. Doesn't fall. Gets the ball gets back out to Haley. Gets it over to Taylor. Maya Patino in the corner. Takes a three. Shot doesn't fall. Rebound to Middlesex. And there's the three-point specialist for Middlesex, Jacqueline DeShields, but it doesn't go.
Approaching the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. And coming in, you had noted that the Blue Jays were the Cinderella team. They're the 14th seed.
14th seed. They knocked off J.P. Stevens in South Brunswick. There's a shot there. And that was number 12, Brianna Varga. Her first basket.
Maya with the steal and Divine catching up to her. Still Colonia ball.
They're very similar players, you know, very quick. They get back. They're frustrating on defense if you're an offensive player. Very similar players. Here's Maya Patino for three. Doesn't go.
Wrestles the rebound away.
And see, that's the thing. You follow your shot. You hear that all the time from coaches.
Right.
But the defender from Middlesex was in perfect position for that rebound. Maya Patino, they're up by 18 points. She follows her shot. She causes a jump ball, and they now have possession again. That's the difference maker, is that extra hustle.
It's winning basketball, as they call it. Only a minute and 30 seconds left, Kyle. Any more dad jokes left in the tank?
No, you know, some of them are going to get me in trouble, but, you know. These are, you know, let's see. Oh, here I got one.
There's always one in the bank, folks.
My wife asked me the other day if I saw the dog bowl, and I said I didn't know he did.
Did she laugh?
No, this is facetious. I didn't say that joke. Come on.
How long have you been married?
29 years.
Oh, she must love you then.
Yeah.
Either that or she knows divorce is just too expensive at this point.
Usually we're just stuck together.
Oh,
You know, it's all for financial reasons. Yeah. All right, so there's a shot there by Middlesex to round out the score for Middlesex. Right now it's 56-40. Under a minute to go, and Maya Patino takes a three, and she goes in to get the rebound, fighting for that rebound like this is the first quarter.
Yes.
And that's what you love to see with your players. They're not going to lay back.
No, it's still another possession for Colonia.
Absolutely. I love that. Love that kind of tenacity in a player. Haley gets the ball over to Taylor Durkak.
Tina again.
Okay.
40 seconds left. Let's see.
No shots are being taken. Good sportsmanship here on Colonia's part, and I think Middlesex recognizes it, but they're not going to foul. But they are going to guard the ball. 25 seconds. All right. So now the referee is counting. That's the only reason where Durkak moves, just to create that separation. And last 10 seconds go off the clock, and Colonia is going to win this one 56-40, and they're headed to the county finals.
What a win and what a continued season for Colonia.
You see that nice sportsmanship there between Durkak and Divine.
The two stars respect each other.
Absolutely. Wishing each other luck and telling the other one, hey, man, you did a great job. You got here, you're a 14 seed.
As the kids say, game knows game.
Game knows game, man. I love it. There we go. We got more jargon.
Oh, there we go.
So here we are. We're finishing up here at Spotswood High School. Final score, 56-40. Looking forward to covering the game if we're allowed to for the finals. And it looks like Colonia will face either Monroe or St. Thomas. St. Thomas is the favorite going into that one. But either way, we have Colonia boys, the Colonia girls in the finals. That'll be sometime, I think, next week, maybe on Tuesday, usually on Tuesday. I'll have to skip out of a council meeting in order to get that one.
And I'll circle it on my calendar. I'll skip out on the date, but she'll know why.
All right. Okay, folks. And also from Samantha and Will, I want to say thanks so much for being here today and helping us, and everybody at TV 35. and the lovely Gina Forbes, as my partner Greg Ficara always says. Everybody here at Woodbridge Township, TV 35, and Stefan and myself, we want to say thank you for joining us and have a good game. Have a good day.
Have a good night, folks.